This is my life with albinism.
Now, this is my life with albinism.
And this is my life with albinism.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of Life with Albinism podcast. I'm your host, Dale, and I have two special guests with me today, and I'm going to have them introduce themselves.
My name's Dario Perkins. I'm 21 and I'm from Chicago.
Hi, my name is Rihanna. I'm 27, originally from Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo, and I live in Raleigh.
Okay, and do you guys want to share your social medias?
I don't really have social media.
Okay. Okay, what about you? Do you want to share your social media?
Yeah, so it's Rihanna Mboma, Mboma everywhere. Yeah.
Okay, so before we get into the topic, I want you guys to tell them what you guys do for a living and what your goals are, and then we'll go right into the topic.
Okay, so for a living, I work at a community center in Chicago called YVP Media. What we do, it's a youth prevention program for kids that are like at risk of like being in the streets and like gang life and stuff like that. So we offer opportunities for them to learn how to produce their own videos, podcasts, music videos, pretty much anything that has to do with like media, entertainment, and stuff like that. And we get them in connections with like people in the actual industry. So by the time they finish our program, they have a foot in the door in production and stuff like that.
Nice. I am a recent graduate. Just got my master's of science in public health from UNT Chapel Hill. And as far as right now, I'm simply doing research with some of my professors. Yeah. We work for the albinism community, but also Spanish. Well, yeah, we're working with Spanish people. And all, as far as right now, that's all I do.
Okay. And correct me if I'm wrong, did you also have like a really big following on social media?
Yes.
And on TikTok, right?
TikTok and
so tell the people about that. You didn't even give the people your TikTok.
Yeah, well, my TikTok is also just Rihanna Mboma, or Hey Rihanna. If you type Hey Rihanna, you will find me. Well, my TikTok, I basically share a little bit of everything. I post vlogs, I just funny videos or videos where I sing, stuff like that. People really just like my personality, I guess.
So let's talk about that for a second. So have some of your videos went viral, and what are some of the funny videos that you do? Are they like kind of like skits, or are they kind of like pranks? Or tell the people like what are some of the funny skits that you do on your TikTok?
Honestly, they're just voiceovers. Those are
like the
you gotta
voiceover
say the
skits.
dumbest thing ever to get people kind of but those voiceovers also it's nothing like too creative or anything.
Now, is it like about the stupid things that people say about albinism? Is it like about albinism, or is it in general?
No, I don't joke about albinism.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
No, yeah, it's just, little things that I do. Like, for example, I would cook something and say, like, when I put my spices in my dish, and I'm like, oh, look at me putting my blessings in my bucket. Something like that.
Oh, okay.
Just little things like that. But yeah.
And that was enough to get viral?
Sometimes it's
Like, I'm thinking she was joking about the albinism or something.
No, I don't joke about that topic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So speaking of the albinism, what was it like for you guys? We'll go in order. We'll start with you. Like, what was it like for you? Like, did you grow up in the Congo?
Yes, 18 years of my life.
Oh, gosh. All right. So take it away. Tell us, what is it like having albinism living in the Congo? What is that like?
Absolutely horrible. Everybody has melanin around you. So when you're kind of like, when you don't have melanin, you're being looked at as like this different person. And everybody thinks you're a witch. Like, there's a whole lot of stereotypes. It's actually so bad. However, by God's grace, I grew up, I attended the best schools really by God's grace, and you gotta be like educated. It's just all about education, and unfortunately, not everybody is able to like afford great schools or whatever. But yeah, no, it was absolutely horrible. But thank God I have my family though. My family was very supportive. Other than that, I do have friends as well, couple friends and stuff. But like you would be walking around like in the neighborhood, like everybody will call you names or make jokes about you. Or there's this one stereotype, like if a pregnant woman sees a person with albinism around just walking or whatever, she's gonna have to spit on the grounds just so her kid does not come out albino. Like how dumb. I know.
Wow.
Sick. It's sick. There's a whole lot of stereotypes.
So it sounds like what you went through was beyond just the bullying and the name calling. It seems like you grew up in a place where your albinism made you like outcasted.
Yes, basically.
Okay.
You're like the
And did that mess with your mental? Did that mess with your self-esteem?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, I had to work hard to get where I'm at right now. And God did a lot of the work. Shoot. When everybody just tells you all of these things, oh, you're this, you're not enough, you can't even do this, blah blah blah, and it eventually just messes up your mind. Like it's like, oh my God, am I really that different? Am I really like incapable of doing certain things that everybody does? But then I'm sorry if that comes out too religious, but I had to like find God for him to actually remind me my identity. Like he's the one who created me. He knows the potential that he put in me. And so with reading the Bible and just attending church and all of that, build my confidence. And it's like, I am who God says I am. So not like whatever is true. But yeah.
Okay, so what about you? What was it like for you growing up with albinism, and what did you go through, and did it ever affect you in a sense of self-esteem?
Yeah, it definitely affected my self-esteem. To be honest, I'm still kind of struggling with that a little bit because of like how I grew up. I mean, thank God I'm like really blessed to grow up the way that I did with like the support system and stuff that I had. Cause
talk about what you went through growing up.
So I grew up in Chicago, from like kindergarten to like second, third grade, and everybody has melanin out there, so everybody was like making fun of me pretty much every day. And then I kind of had like a lot of anger issues because I didn't fit in and stuff. So I kind of thought it was like my fault, and I kind of pushed everybody away. Like even people that wanted to be my friend, I kind of thought like they were like trying to use me for something. So I would like be by myself, and that just made me more like bitter towards everybody. So then we moved to the suburbs. My mom wanted to give me like opportunities and stuff to, learn other cultures and stuff. So like throughout my junior high and high school, it was like very diverse, but still I had that bitterness inside and stuff. And then it was like more insecurity because albinism affects your vision and stuff.
Yeah.
So like in class, my teacher's like, oh, do you need to like sit in the front, or do you need to like bigger sheets? And like I had a vision teacher. I remember her because she was like the best. But 7th, 8th grade, she used to print out like these big posters that was like my homework, and then I would literally have like a big old sheet of paper on my desk while everybody like had a normal sheet. So I kind of, not necessarily, when I got to the suburbs, it wasn't necessarily the bullying that was for me. It was more of me feeling like I didn't fit in because of all the accommodations and stuff I needed. So like I kind of rejected a lot of the accommodations. Like I would sit in the back of the class even though I couldn't see the board, so that would affect my grade. I didn't use the big piece of paper. I didn't use the extra time that they give me. I remember I was downtown Chicago. My phone died, and I had to get on the bus, and I couldn't see where my stop was. It literally took me 5 extra stops to realize that I missed my stop. And I didn't tell a bus driver or anything. I just got off and walked home. It literally took me like an hour to get back to the house.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm working on trying to like identify, things like that.
Your situation is quite different.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like, of course, you went through the bullying and things like that, but it sounds like you kind of isolated yourself.
Yeah.
It's like you took the initiative to say, you know what, I'm going to push myself away from the public.
Yeah.
And I guess that was just your way of dealing with it at the time. So have you overcame that?
Oh yeah, I definitely overcame that with like the help of some of the friends that I made and stuff.
Okay.
And it definitely like this convention, because it definitely showed me like you're not the only one here. You know what I mean?
So let's talk about that lastly, and we'll start with you. What is it like for you to be at your first NOAA conference? How do you like it, and would you come back?
Honestly, I love it because I did my thesis, my master's thesis on albinism. I really thought I knew a lot about it, but no, guess not. So I love it here. I love that I'm mesmerized by everything I'm learning. Like also the networking, it's just amazing. Everybody's so nice and everybody looks good. It's like absolutely, I would do this again. I love to learn about this topic. Literally my favorite. I love it. But yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, this is pretty cool. This is my second one.
Okay.
So my first one was the St. Louis one, and I was like little, so I don't really remember a lot of it, but I'm glad I got to come back because I can actually network with people and stuff, and pretty much see that you're not the only one.
Right.
And
I, for me, that's like the most important thing about being here at this NOAA conference is that not only are you not the only one now, but you're somewhere where almost everyone has albinism.
Exactly.
So now we're not the minority, we're the majority here. And it feels so weird.
It really does.
Yeah, like when I walked in, as soon as I came in, when I walked through the doors of the hotel, I instantly seen somebody with albinism.
Yeah.
As soon as the door opened, I'm like, wow, people are here already, Yeah, and and then I noticed that there's so many different types of albinism.
Yep.
Like I see people with type 1 albinism, type 2, type 3. I see white people, black people, Asian people, Hispanic people. It's so diverse, So I really love it here at NOAACon. I really do. I'll try to come back every time I get. Unfortunately, NOAACon is only once every 2 years. It should be every year, but it's only once every 2 years. So, but I'll definitely be back. But I'm glad to see that you guys are enjoying it. And I also am running one of the group discussions tomorrow at 12:45. Yeah. So I'll give you guys the details on it, but it's tomorrow at 12:45, I believe in the South Tower on the 2nd floor. But I'll give you the details. Yeah, I'm actually running a group discussion. And it's like an open forum. It's like an open discussion about albinism. So everyone will be able to talk and just share their experience and things like that. So, yeah, but all right, another amazing episode of Life with Albinism podcast. Stay tuned. You guys can check out lifewithalbinism.com and check out all our new episodes and all our new merch that we have available. And stay tuned. All right. Thank you guys.